Hey guys, so disclaimer, I'm not going to be showing my face in this video, not that you guys care. It's just more of a video to show you a DIY on how I made this bandeau top simply out of two bandanas from the dollar store, an elastic band, and some thread. Literally, this bandeau top cost me, I would say, upwards of $2.50 to make. To be honest, so this is the middle part, and the elastic band is actually off center. That's because when you sew the knot in the middle, it makes one of them shorter than the other. Kind of like when you tie shoes, you use a little bit more rope, or whatever you want to call it, shoestring on one side, you do the other, which makes one side a little bit shorter and one side a little bit longer. So that's basically what happens here. And this is my red one that I wore in Jersey. I got so many compliments. People wanted to know where I got it. People wanted to know how I made it once I said that I made it. So it's literally simple. You just tie a knot in the middle, and then to make it fit correctly, you put an elastic band in the back. So I'm going to get to it. I have 3 different kinds. So I have 2 dark blue bandanas, the normal printed ones, and then I got 2 other ones, and these were $1 from the dollar store, so that's $2 each. And then I have this pattern one from Walmart. It's not necessarily a bandana pattern, but it is a bandana-like one. These are actually 90-something cents. And then I got these plain white ones, which are also 90-something cents. Sorry, like, I don't know, there's a here on my teeth. So go to Walmart if you want it to be, 4 cents cheaper. I'm not sure how much they're off of Alley, because that's my go-to. I'm not really sure how much they're off of there. And then I have this huge thing of elastic. This cost me $3 or $4 from Joann after using a coupon, but this didn't have anything to do with the bandana thing, so it's actually kind of in a sense free, so it doesn't add into this cost. But I feel like per use, I'm using like 1 cent, probably less than that, and there's no such thing less than 1 cent, so I don't know. But this is technically supposed to be used for my wig, so yeah. And then just scissors to cut thread, my 2 threads. I'm honestly going to show you only how to make one. I mean, the rest of it is just self-explanatory. As far as the sewing part, I'll show you how to tie all of them and how to measure to make sure that it fits correctly. And then just a needle, and well, this is leftover thread.
Okay, so hey guys, sorry about the beginning where I'm sounding like a little chipmunk. I just left that there because I had a lot to say during that time, so I just didn't feel like re-recording that. And basically for this little video, I'm going to start with the blue bandana. Towards the end, you'll see me, and I have made like more color bandanas, but the blue one was the one I wanted to start with because it looks exactly like the red one that I showed, so it made the most sense. And basically right here, I'm just cutting off the things that they kept them in the package with and unraveling the bandanas. I was trying to figure out something there, and I had to look at this for reference to figure out how to tie it in the middle. And I don't know why I kept trying to tie it that way, but that's like a different way that I could do it. But then I soon figured out, when you look at it here, that if you just fold it in half twice, that it will work out the way that it did when I did the red one. So basically I folded in half, and then I folded in half again. And basically that's what I'm showing you right here. Show and tell, looks like. And I'm going to do that with the second one because I also unraveled that. And so I'll show you from scratch. Fold it once. And line up the ends. That's what I'm doing. Fold it twice. I guess I wasn't going to show you that. But, yep. And now basically what I'm going to do is tie it in a knot the best I can. This one I actually struggled with trying to tie into a knot. The second 2 that I made that day, which I didn't record on camera, I actually didn't struggle with the knot. There's a certain way that they also have to face so that they line up. Actually, I would like kind of won this one, so I won in that sense because it ended up working out correctly in the end. But you actually do have to have them face in the correct way if you want the pattern to show the correct way and not have the seam to be on the outside. So basically that's going to be the inside and that's going to be the outside. So you want the part that doesn't show the knotting to be on the outside, which is the part that I showed at the beginning. And right now I am fixing the fronts because I don't want the part with the seams or the folds to be on the front. I want the smooth side surface to be on the front. And I'm also pulling on the sides in those like little flappy things at the top. I don't know what you would call that, the leftover excess. I'm pulling on those because that's going to help me later on in the video. So I'm just pulling on them. And now I'm about to undo this because I need to see how this is going to fit across my chest and see how much I need to cut for the elastic band for the back. So line up the middle knot with the middle of my chest, of course. Hike up the boobs, I guess. And I'm going to turn around and you'll see that it does not reach. So that means we need elastic band. And I think I was just testing it out again. That is definitely not a good measurement. As you can see, one part was under my boob, the other part was on top. But I soon realized that the red one is the same size as the blue one. and I guess I'm not going to get to that part, so I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, now I'm just threading the needle. I think I speed up this part quite a bit. I do. So I'm just threading the needle, just gotta make the knots. I make about like 3 or 4 knots. And now I am done, it looks like. And so basically here, I'm going to fold up the top. So I think I'm gonna show you with the red. So you see how it's like smaller here instead of like a big huge flap that could be at the end. I'm going to fold it a couple times. I think it's like about 4 times that I fold it over. You won't actually see it because I zoomed in and this part doesn't even fit in the frame, but you'll see it when I turn it. Yep, there we go. So I fold it 4 times, and now I'm just basically going to sew that stuff together. I should have sped up this part and I did not, so you'll basically see me sewing here, and it's pretty boring. My dog doesn't even do anything in the back, so you can't even watch him for fun. He's literally mind his business, sleep. And I actually got to the end pretty quick. So now I'm going to cut the elastic band, and this is what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to base it off of that red one, and the red one is about 1.5 inches. I would tell you a certain size, but we're not the same size, of course, so you're going to have to cut it according to you. And of course you want to make it shorter so that it will actually stretch and stay up and secure. These things aren't too secure at all whatsoever. Like when I wore my red one, I had to keep pulling it up. But you do want to make sure that it's shorter and not longer, or the same length as your back, because then it will not stay up. So right now I'm basically just securing the elastic on to the bandana end that I sewed. And basically you want the elastic to be on the inside, and you want the folded, tufted, whatever you want to call it, bandana to be on the outside, just for looks. Because yeah, it's gonna look really tacky and weird if the elastic is on the outside, because for one, we're not even sewing this to look nice, we're just sewing it to wear really quick. And once again, this is a long part, but honestly you just want to make sure that the elastic is secured enough, because you're hand sewing this, you're not even using a sewing machine, and honestly you will hear some popping when you try to put it on, because these are kind of stiff, so it's kind of hard to put on. It's not like anything stretchy other than the elastic. And now I'm cutting it, and I'm going to do it to the other side. There's my dog, look at him. So now I'm just tying the knots again in the string. Because he wanted to be in the frame, but my hand's in the way. Look at him scratching. And so here I'm doing the folding thing again that you can't see. I had a little trouble here because I was trying to figure out what side the front and back was, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know what I was jigging to. Chicken. And now I'm sewing it, and I actually sped up this part. So my dog's scratching faster, I'm sewing faster. And now I'm about to, okay, here I accidentally messed up and my phone stopped recording, so I am now just tying the knot for the next part of the video.
And basically, like I said, now I'm going to try to sew this knot to each end because I want it to be a little more secure. I don't want it to show under boob and all that stuff. I mean, I know some people like that. I like it sometimes, but for this, since it's already a little bit skimpy and I'm about to skimp, I just don't want it to be any more skimpy than what it already is, because I do feel uncomfortable at a point when something is too skimpy. So, and that's coming from a person who likes to flaunt what she has. So, just to let you know. how I feel about the skins when it comes down to this article of clothing. Because I can't even lie to you. I'm about this. I'm about the skin. I'm about the skin.
And guys, here literally it's really sped up, but basically all I'm doing is the 2 flaps at the top and the bottom of the knot. I'm just sewing to each side like I explained it in the part before, because I just want to hide some of the skimpiness of the bralette or bandeau, because I don't want underboob to show, and I want to cover just a little bit more. Like, I don't need all that out, so I'm basically just sewing each side. You'll see it at the end. Alrighty, stay tuned.
This is the finished product. I don't know which way I'm gonna wear it. This is the finished product. I'm not gonna show you on camera. It looks kind of tight. I'm not gonna show you on camera how this looks. I'm gonna try it on, take pictures, and show you in a second. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.